Hence, the unknown traveled down to Radford, Virginia to conduct a paranormal investigation on St. Albans Sanatorium, a place with a rather dark history that branches all the way back to the 1700s. Starting as grounds for a Native American and colonist massacre, and then a Civil War hospital area, to the property becoming a boys' school where bullying and hazing was encouraged to the point of harmful tendencies, and then becoming a psychiatric hospital where patients and staff alike were mistreated to both homicidal and suicidal actions. And even after abandonment, alleged rituals and even murders still took place on the property. This is what we found.
One of
the hydroshock therapy room is pretty much our first room that we went into.
if you ask more about their personal life and less about their trauma and treatment, especially in groups. I don't know. Thought that was interesting.
Okay.
So that was a good idea.
Oh, we got touch.
If someone's here with us, can you touch that device again? Were you a patient here? Can you touch the device for yes? Were you one of the staff here?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you a nurse? Were you a doctor?
We got a couple touches on the EMF pucks, a couple soft touches, a couple of medium touches, and
Turn around.
Lights out.
That was me. Just letting everybody know.
Well, the door wasn't.
Yeah, the puck was not. Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta go.
Someone's right there.
Yeah, somebody was in the doorway.
Standing out there. So this device in the middle of the room sitting down might be a little bit easier to use. You can touch it for a yes or a no. Ready?
Do your thing.
Oh, that was a medium touch.
Someone's standing in the doorway.
Touch the puck if you'd like the person behind the doorway to move. Oh,
Go ahead and do your thing this one. Are you afraid to come into this room?
Touch the puck for yes if you're scared to come in here.
would you like us to move this device right here for yes and no's?
Okay. Maybe this room makes them nervous?
Yeah.
I would imagine it does.
Everything made me nervous.
Yeah, they're kidding.
Yeah.
What to use it for. I'm wondering if the nurse didn't like using this room.
That's in here. So touch the device in the doorway for a yes, if you're still with us, the doctor. It just give you a little gentle tap. Do you like this device more? Tap it for yes, please. Okay. I guess put the other one away.
We'll use that for
Save the battery.
I'd like to use that with Rebecca if we can.
Is the big group intimidating? Yeah.
We promise you we're not going to harm you.
Would you like me to walk out of the room?
It's a long touch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I will leave the room and let you guys do your thing.
They don't like that.
Just call me back when you're ready.
It was at this point Dan and Nix decided to leave the room and go check on what the other group was seeing in the alcoholics ward.
Is there anybody in here that wants to communicate with us?
Can you give a hard tap? Put a lot of force into it.
I don't have any energy.
as soon as we got into the alcohols ward, we had another group in there, and pretty much they said, "We remember you."
Grab my camera. We had a lot of stuff. Nice. They're using a screw.
We took a flashlight tour before we did the paranormal investigation.
I walked in and it said, "I remember you."
Yeah, we were
We had just done a flashlight tour here.
Well, they remember somebody.
While in the alcoholics ward, we decided to place the spirit box and see if we could get any answers, and we actually got a question.
There's something about something here.
Who is this?
After that, we got nothing in the alcoholics ward, so we moved on to the next section.
So we went to the boiler room in the bowling alley, but me and Zach split up. I went to the boiler room while Zach's in the bowling alley. I had Dan with me, Nick's with me, and Skylar with me, and we were trying to get anything out of the spirit box. I think we tried the envoy. We even put an offering about a cigarette, and we had an EMF puck as well. We heard somebody named Smokey in here. Brought a cigarette for you, in case you want a little smoke break. There was a janitor in there who supposedly liked cigarettes, so when we were doing the flashlight tour, they told us to leave a cigarette for an offering. That's usually like a trigger object for him to talk or keeping a place this big running. And we didn't really get a whole lot of anything. There was a whole ton of cigarettes in there too, from where other people left them. But just really didn't get anything out of there. Is that you say you like to listen just now? We brought some cigarettes here for you. Maybe I'm gonna set your cigarette right here, Smokey. You can get it whenever you feel like it. No touches on the EMF puck or the envoy.
Where they went to the boiler room, I decided to stay in by myself at the bowling alley to see what I could see, because apparently there was supposed to be red floating eye level eyes. Well, it was pitch black, couldn't see really nothing. We pretty much put a camera up there too to see if we can catch like red eyes, and apparently it died, and I didn't really see no red eyes, which was a bummer because I was hoping to see like red eyes looking right at me.
We then moved on to a different part of the building, the men's ward, said to be haunted by several suicidal patients before and one little girl named Chloe.
Alright, so we got in contact with this little girl up in the near the men's ward at the end of the hallway, and known as Chloe's room.
Did these toys belong to somebody else?
Did you see me set up a camera at the end of the hallway? Is there anyone else here with us besides yourself? Is it just you up here? Is there someone else in the other room? Out the door to the left?
So while Matt and the crew had a setup going on in Chloe's room, I went into the room next door to see if I could catch anything in the hallway with a camera sitting on a desk. And we actually caught something passing the camera into Chloe's room during the investigation.
Is that the night vision?
No, but there's enough light coming through this window to maybe catch shadows.
Okay.
Was there too many people in the room?
I think she counted 3.
Yeah, well, that's because there's a whole lot of people out there room.
Did you see us before we came here again?
Do you like to have tea parties with your dolls?
Yeah.
Would you want one of us to sit and take some tea with you? I have a daughter and she likes to play with dolls too. Is it okay if I sit down and play with your doll and your tea? Drink some tea with you? What was that?
I was trying to use the trigger objects there to
Yeah.
incite, see if I can get communication from a girl that was there named Chloe.
Let me pour you a cup over here.
Oh, you setting it off for them.
tap this device right if you'd like me to give you some tea. Put some sugar in it first. Pour some for our doll friend here. There we go, just in case you want some more. I'm gonna brush your doll's hair, is that okay? Okay. Could you come over here and touch me?
I think she's touching the wrong person. So I'm feeling something right on my back.
Is that you touching my friend Zach over here? He is a big teddy bear, isn't he? He's a good friend of mine. Would you like for us to leave you so you can play with your doll and drink some tea?
Would you like us to stay?
Is there anyone else here with you? Are they friendly?
Are they unfriendly?
Oh God.
Are you friendly?
Yeah. What's the names on the boards? Do you know some of them?
They had a chalkboard in there too that we kind of wrote our names to see if they can, say our names.
Is your name on the board?
Oh, that's a hard touch. Look for Chloe. Is your name Chloe? Do you see our names up there?
My name's Matt.
And my name's Zach. Yeah. And our name is actually up there.
Is it okay if we regroup with our other friends? We'll still be up here with you, and you're more than welcome to tag along.
Do you want us to stay longer?
I don't have things to say.
We set up in the electroshock therapy room and pretty much was asking if anybody was here, and we had a couple touches like at the doorways, but we really didn't have nothing near on the envoy. Is there any spirits in here with us today?
You can touch either of these devices in the doorway. Let us know you're here.
Or touch one of us?
Not me though.
You can touch me.
There's a device on the.
Oh. Said
You
yes.
said yes.
Puck on your left. Yeah. The puck through that door just went off.
Did you leave the room or are you coming in?
Is there more coming in?
And touch whatever
Three
you want.
devices around here. If you want to touch the envoy, which is the one in.
I like the pucks.
Is
Is
coming
the
in the
person
room?
back in here, or have you left?
Can you touch the puck if you're still here?
Would you like to answer some questions for us? You can use this device over here on the counter. Does a large crowd intimidate you?
Is anyone still with us? Yes.
Are you tired?
Mm.
Oh, my bad, I'm sorry.
Pretty much we just went to like the waiting room, the next door waiting room, and see if we can catch anything.
While we were in the waiting room of the electroshock therapy room, the pucks are still going off as if someone's walking around watching us from the outside of the other doorways, because there's two doorways leading into the room.
Was that the one that just walked in?
It's as if someone was watching from the doorway.
Hey, who is this? So we introduce ourselves and guess what? We don't report any of that video of it because someone heard my call. I'm gonna do that.
It was now time for the team to visit the attic.
I decided to lay down in the suicide bathroom tub to see if I would feel anything different, which I sat there for like 5 minutes and did not feel anything different. We heard there was a couple people that killed themselves in here.
Nurses would often send misbehaving patients off to those rooms, unsupervised, and then for them to intentionally hurt themselves.
Is that true? Is this the nurse? Is this one of the patients?
Is this one of the doctors? Is that a yes to the doctor?
When I was laying down in the suicide bathtub, we got a couple of EMF touches, and after that it pretty much went all quiet.
While Zach and Matt were in the nurse's bathroom, it was the suicide bathroom, they had told me to put the other puck in the nurse's quarters. So I walked away from them and put the puck in the middle of the room, and I asked, "Is anybody in here with me?" And as soon as I said that, the touch got a hard orange touch. It was long, and I picked it up and turned it off and walked away.
Me and Zach went into the nurses' quarters. It's across from Rebecca's room and down the hall from the suicide bathroom in the attic. We went to the very furthest room in the back, and there's a big, someone sprayed "Don't look back," and then we sat down the EMF puck at the words, and we told them that if they want us to leave, to touch it, and that's when we got like a medium tap and then a strong touch, and then me and Zach kind of just left after that.
Are you shy?
I got scared. Are you scared?
Are you nervous around us? Do you want us to leave? Alright, we'll leave. Thank you for answering some questions. So, we expected the doctor that was following us from other rooms to be in that same room as Rebecca's, with us trying to keep her quiet.
While Matt and Zach were in the nurses' quarters, Dan, Nix, and Sky went up to Jacob's room.
Jacob, can I play with some of your toys? You can touch this little thing in the middle for yes and no. If you touch it, I'm gonna think you're saying yes. Jacob is a small child that lived in one bedroom near another bedroom of a guy named Donald, who molested and murdered Jacob in his room, to which he then went into his own room and committed suicide.
Oh my god. The truck moved.
In the fire truck, that Sky swore she saw it move.
Neither of us were looking at the truck when it moved, and the camera it was not focused well on it, so we're gonna leave it up to you guys whether or not it moved. Just take a look at the truck. It's kind of subjective. We don't know if it was like a camera glitch or if it moved really slightly. It was almost like someone just barely touched it and it rolled back into place.
Unless I'm being paranoid and saw it move, but I think I saw it move.
If you want to talk to us, just touch this little toy right here.
There you go.
Is this Jacob we're talking to?
Can you touch the puck if this is Jacob?
Do you like to play, Jacob?
When we went into Jacob's room, we only got a couple of touches on the puck, and then after that it was just like nothing. It was like you walked out of the room.
Is Donald here? Is Donald still in his room? Okay. Do you want Donald to stay in his room? Are you still there, Jacob?
Did you leave the room, Jacob?
We got a couple touches on Jacob, but I think he left
Hey,
the
I'm
room.
gonna leave your bag.
We think the doctor's
other
kind of
stuff.
hushing everyone up because the doctor up there, like, we talked to a nurse for a second, and then she said she was scared, and then we asked if she was wanting to talk, and then immediately went no, strong touch. I was like, okay.
So we went into Donald's room to see if we can get anything, which we asked if a doctor was here, and it touched a puck to set it off. Is yes, they were there.
I wonder if there's, if it's one doctor telling them to hush.
That's what, I mean, literally, me and Zach got them saying it was a nurse, and they were
Yes.
We we think that there was a doctor following us around the whole building, pretty much, because we have a lot of cameras with us.
Me, Zach, and the rest of the team decided to go into Rebecca's room, where there was a patient who was pregnant and had a miscarriage. She kept the body of the baby in a jar and hid it from the staff and the doctors there. The father of the child was unknown. Is there anyone here with us? If you can't speak, you can walk past me and this device will light up. Is there a doctor here who would like to say something to us? Me, Zach, and the rest of the team decided to pull out some equipment, and we put out the EMF pucks, spirit box, and envoy, and we had 2 Rix recorders at the time going on as well.
Is Rebecca here?
Rebecca, if you're here, can you talk to us?
Is the doctor here with us right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Can we talk to Rebecca, please?
Can you please let Rebecca speak to us?
No questions.
Oh, that was very clear.
We did get a very clear piece of evidence where the spirit box said, no more questions. There's no way anyone can miss it when it pops up. But we felt like there was a presence there that was kind of silencing everyone else.
Why are you doing this, doctor?
If the doctor is still here, can he touch the puck?
What?
He just said, no. Is the doctor still here with us?
We asked the guy that was with us during this investigation if there was a spirit that was kind of oppressing the other ones or silencing them, and she told us about a doctor.
The EMF meter go way down,
Uh-huh.
and then we got nothing else after that.
Okay.
I assume he left.
And then we took.
And then we spoke to the doctor.
We also tried to speak to.
We get a
what's
clear
his name?
answer from
Donald.
Donald.
Yeah.
And then one of us asked if the doctor was suppressing, and we got an EMF touch, and then
Yeah.
nothing else after that. Whoa.
We got no questions on the spirit box about if the doctor was making everyone hush.
That's kind of cool.
Do we know the doctor's name?
He has told me his name is Francis before. I haven't gotten out of that whether it's a last name or a first name.
Is there any like documentation from this place other than?
He says that there is, so between being owned by the hospital conglomerate and now, it was owned by Radford University. It also sat unoccupied for a long time, which is where all the graffiti comes from. And when it was owned by Radford, they took all of the records that were here that were still like HIPAA mandated and took them with them to like Radford University and then burned the rest of them. So Francis has said that there are records of him, like, that existed here, like, because he treated patients here, but we wouldn't be able to find them because we don't have access to any of the records that used to be here.
Did he die? Like,
I mean, you can ask him. I've never asked him that question, how he died.
That would have been a good question to ask while he was up there.
because like it's not just like here. I'm pretty sure it was like in the boiler room.
Yeah, he follows people around a lot.
We got nothing in the boiler room.
Yeah, yeah. And I've interacted with him in the boiler room. I've interacted with him up there. I've interacted with him in the men's ward. Like he follows people, and I don't know if he just likes me or what, but I don't know.
He must be touchy with spirits talking to cameras or something.
He will. So there's been one time where I interacted with him up there, and we said we're not going to tell anybody, like whatever it is that you're trying to hide, like nothing bad is going to come if we find that out. And so then he finally was like, okay, you can talk. And then we talked to a spirit with a very different energy, who I think she said her name was Charlotte, but she was in the suicide bathroom. So
Finally, it was time to visit the morgue.
You're gonna walk upstairs?
Yeah, I'm gonna set this up at the girls and see what they get.
While Matt, Zach, and the rest of the crew were downstairs investigating the high security area, I followed the second group that was with us into the morgue, and I asked them if I could record, and they said yes. So I set my camera up and walked out of the room. But as we were walking into the room before I started recording, they had their spirit box on. Immediately when we walked into the room, their spirit box said, "This place is mine, leave now." This was before I set up the camera, so I didn't catch that. But I did catch their conversation with it, which they seem to have been misunderstanding what it was saying, because it very clearly says something different from what they thought they were hearing.
Here on, if you see something, it's not me.
There's a ball in that other room. If you want to show us that you're here and not talk to us, you're more than welcome to touch it.
Are you scared to talk to us?
Third floor?
Stop interrupting.
Sorry.
My bad, sorry.
Sometimes.
Sometimes what? Are you trying to tell us something? If you die in here? Can you tell us what your name is?
Yeah.
Is someone preventing you from talking to us?
Forgiveness.
Who do you want to forgive?
Injured.
How are you injured? Is there somebody in the other room?
Certainly.
We went into the room that's called the pink room, which pretty much was the women's ward. We pretty much set up all our equipment. We had 2 cameras that was in there, and we set up the spirit box. We set up the EMF box. We pretty much had all of our equipment set up in that room just to see what we can get for our last room.
Cameras weren't working. We had our spirit box still going, a wrist recorder going that caught the whole conversation.
Is there any ladies who'd like to come out and speak to us? Say hi.
Can you touch the puck?
Yes. You hear that?
It's not like man now.
Is there a man in here?
Is it the doctor?
I just heard a whisper of a yes. Is this the doctor?
I just heard something chip off back here. Just what I said. I just said so.
Are you following us, doctor?
Yes.
And just like we predicted from earlier, that there was a ghost following us around, oppressing everyone, and admitted to it all after all the cameras stopped working. So once we got him with the wrist recorder, because we thought it got on camera, but the cameras didn't pick it up, sadly, he admitted to having the ghost oppressed. He didn't want no more questions. He kind of regretted everything, and just a lot more stuff we got on tape.
Why are you following us?
Were you in the morgue?
Why don't you follow other people?
Are the cameras intimidating you?
Sounds like he's saying I'm scared. I don't know this. Are you scared?
Not scared.
Not scared. Well, if you're not scared, why are you trying to hush other spirits? Do you not want your secret to get out?
Hey, doctor, how many cases have you treated?
Do you have regrets?
It's like I said, I guess. Would you do things differently to the patients, knowing what you did to help them?
Always.
Did you care about your patients?
Copies.
What is it?
Copies.
Dr. Francis, do you remember Dr. King?
The puck just went off like once.
Did you have any favorite patients?
Doctor, do you know how many women were in this ward? I want to see a couple rooms. Doctor, did you live here?
So we asked him what his name was, and he said,
Doctor, can you give us a part of your name, first or last?
Francis.
It was Francis.
Did you live here, Francis? Or were you one of the doctors that was visiting here?
Gotta head out.
Thank you, Francis, for speaking with us. What do you say?
Kudos.
I just kudos. I thought you said 2 minutes.
This concludes our investigation at St. Albans Sanatorium. Until next time.